Late summer headed into fall, and these coops, well, they need a refresh. Need to scrape them down a little bit, need to refresh the bedding, but you know what I try to do is go into the winter season with brand new bedding, brand new kind of fresh bedding in deep litter method all winter. So what can we do to make sure this coop, and the smell is still here, but we want to make this last just a little bit longer? Well, let me bring you along, show you what we do. As part of your normal cleaning, you probably do what I do, which is scrape down these areas, and then we put it into a bucket, add it to a compost pile. But make sure that you get as much as you can out as possible. This is sort of a weekly chore for us too, but certainly do an extra job here when we're trying to do a refresh. Next thing we do is we clean out those nest spots pretty good. Get them, quote, broom swept, if you will. We've got a couple of broody mamas over on this side that have been sleeping in the nest boxes, so it makes them particularly dirty, so we try to get those cleaned up a little bit. Now you can add anything to your bedding that you might like. You've probably seen some videos. We've been doing the hemp bedding, and that's been working out really well for us. But whether you use straw or flakes or hemp, combination, you know, we tend to use to some degree what we have on hand, but also if we're going out and purchasing it, more recently we've been purchasing the hemp bedding. And then we're going to try something a little bit new. We've never tried this before. This is from GrubTerra. This is their chicken coop refresher. What I like about the sounds of this, so that's right off the bat, I've never used this before. This is going to be our first time. So it's got a little bit of scent to it, but it's naturally scented with natural herbs, whether it be fresh mint on this side. We got rosemary and thyme as well. It's 100% natural and safe. So this is something, you know, I'm not big into adding chemicals into the coop, not unless you've got a mite issue or something like that you need to take care of them and you need to have a little bit more of aggressive action there. I tend to leave whatever goes in there as compostable and natural as possible. So when I first heard about this, I said to myself, geez, I'm not so sure about that until I read up on it. And it is compostable, it is natural, and hopefully it does some great things. It's supposed to last about 5.5 weeks or so with the scent. So the chickens will go in and kind of mix it up, and it will slowly release that aroma in there. So we're going to spread this. We're going to put some fresh bedding on top and go from there. I guess it's never a good time to do this. We've got one girl in here, back over there on that side. We've got another girl trying to lay an egg on nothing. Hey ladies, be patient. I'm almost done. The hemp bedding certainly looks nice. Just added a pretty thin layer on top. You can see some of the old bedding mixed down in there on top of the existing bedding. Once again, just looking to kind of get us through until probably, you know, Thanksgiving time, when we'll really do a deep clean out and go into the winter with complete fresh bedding. Here's a packet of those kind of essential oil mix for the coop refresher from GrubTerra. These girls already seem to be interested in what's going on. I'll tell you what, smelling it coming out of the box, it's got a very nice odor, but it's not too intense. And for me, that's huge. I don't like anything perfumey, kind of more natural odors. And this certainly is pleasant, essential oil kind of odor, nothing. I'll tell you what, I spread it on both sides. You know what it smells like to me? It smells like I just went out in the garden, cut some thyme, cut some mint, maybe even a little bit of rosemary to use in something that we're making for dinner that night. So it smells really good. And I think these girls are liking it already as well. We're gonna get their nesting boxes back in order and show you the final result and go from there. Quick refresh is over. New nesting pads, some bedding right on top of the old stuff, new nesting pads over here, some additional bedding, and then as I mentioned already, the final touch, GrubTerra chicken coop refresher, 100% natural, smells great, looks good in here. Hopefully get us through to the winter months. You know I love GrubTerra products. I've done plenty of videos on their black soldier fly larva in the past, so we'll see how this one does. It's supposed to extend the bedding in your coop, fresh a little bit, give a great good scent, so we'll see it. consider clicking on the link below, picking some up for yourself, and I'll be back in 5 or 6 weeks. Tell you how this goes. This lady's coming in saying, finally, I got a spot to lay. Good luck, girl.